Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone Record Service Alan Tolliver Show, presented by Critters Corner, where we cover everything on the hardwood with the West Greene Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Alan Tolliver. Coach,
what's up, buddy?
How's it going?
We're making it through.
Only got one game to talk about this week. A little bit of a weird week. We sat down and previewed two, but we had some snow, which we knew was in the forecast. We talked about it last week. Didn't know if we'd get to play the North Greene game, and we didn't. They ended up calling it and postponing it, which I guess we can go ahead and say that it's
Saturday.
Postponed to this coming Saturday, which we'll talk about a little bit in the back half. We've already previewed it, so honestly, if you are looking for a preview of that game, go back to last week's interview and you can watch the preview of that game since we've already talked about it. The only game you did play was the game last night at South Greene. Very important conference matchup against the Rebels out there. Had a double-digit halftime lead. Third quarter, South Greene came out, stormed back to take that lead in the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter you were playing behind the eight ball the whole time. Weren't able to get back on top to win that game. Tough loss last night at South Greene. Just take me through the whole entire game and kind of what went right in the first half and what changed in the third quarter to the end.
Yeah, we had a pretty good game plan coming in. They were going to kind of run that matchup zone. Was getting the looks we wanted. Shot the ball pretty well in the first half. And go in for halftime. We don't really make many adjustments at all. I mean, it's working. You're going. They come out, and props to them. I mean, Hosey had a good game plan coming out and had them motivated. But they kind of extended that zone up a little higher and trapped a little bit. Got some traps out of it. Forced a few turnovers. And anytime you have a 25-5 quarter.
Yeah.
Especially when you're playing on the road, hostile environment, packed on both sides.
In a big rivalry game.
Yeah. You give up about 25-5 quarter, it's hard to bring that momentum back to you. And we tried it in different spurts. Knocked down a few shots, a couple threes, hit a three and a layup, 5 straight. Go down there and let them score. Boom, boom, boom. Just let them keep matching it. But, yeah, I mean, props to them. They come out on top, which really, conference standings now puts Hampton at the top, puts South Greene 2, puts us down at third.
Technically third.
Yeah.
Still sitting at second, tied 2-1.
Tied 2-1 puts us to third.
You have the two at tie, yeah. But in the standings, they would go above you because they have the head-to-head right now.
So now we're a little bit behind the 8 ball again. We kind of stressed all going up into that game how important it was for us. And first half, kind of looked like we understood that. And then felt like the cookie crumbled a little bit, and then it just gone. So props to them. I mean, they come out with a win. Definitely makes things interesting now to achieve some goals and things that we have set in mind. Conference road definitely just got a lot tougher for us there. But reloaded today, not really reloaded, bounce back, rebounded, I guess you could say, in practice today. Definitely wasn't an easy day for him. We hit it pretty hard. And going to come in tomorrow, prep for Chucky Doak. And I guess that's kind of something we could preview in the second half. But going on a pretty good little stretch of games here.
Yeah, 4 and 5 days.
Yeah, 4 and 5 days, and we've got one more practice.
That's crazy. Hopefully we're not hit with more snow next week, because if we are,
more snow, son,
we're going to have a lot of postponements, a lot of switcheroos on the schedule. But we're only 3 games into the conference so far. It's hard to talk about conference scenarios and such right now. Interviewed Coach Hosey earlier today and kind of spoke about it with him. We'll talk about it a little bit, but you're 3 games in. There's a lot of basketball left to be played. You've got 7 conference games left to be played, but through 3 games, you're starting to see things a little more clearly now. It's like when you get out of the shower and the mirror's all fogged up. You're starting to kind of thaw it out a little bit where you're able to see the picture more clearly, where you're 3 games in, you've got one very important game out of the way with South Greene. You weren't able to get that win, but you kind of see what you need to do to be able to finish atop the conference now, and that's essentially you've sort of got to win out or have some help along the way. You've got to beat South Greene, of course, later in the year to have that split with them and hold that tiebreaker. You've got the Hampton games coming up too, but through 3 games, sitting at 2-1, tied for second, but essentially at third. How do you feel about your spot within the conference right now as we sit?
I mean, really, though, if you look at the conference, I know. I mean, you got South Greene and Hampton above, but I mean, you can't overlook Johnson County, can't overlook Happy Valley, you can't overlook Chucky Doak.
And we'll talk about those two
Yeah,
teams.
and I mean, we'll get to kind of preview them in just a few minutes, but I mean, it's basketball. Anybody can show up on any given night, and I mean, it's not even really an upset at this point. Like, just beat you, and that's where you really start to get in trouble, is when you start looking ahead. You look past the game. If I got guys in there right now already looking at Hampton, I mean, there's potential to lose 3 straight games because we're not worried about what's in front of us. And that's really the ultimate mindset for us right now. We're just worried about the next one. That's Chucky Doak on Friday. After we play Chucky Doak, we'll look at the next game. I mean, it's not a lot of turnaround to look at it, but as coaches, I mean, coaches and players, you really just got to be prepared for those. We're in a season that you get snow. You get out of school. There's nights you don't get to play. You might be playing, I mean, who knows? You might play Hampton or Johnson County. They might have a foot of snow. We might not have anything. So, I mean, you never know when snow or anything's going to come into play, and it's going to put a wrinkle into your schedule. You're not always going to get to have that day of prep before a conference game. And, I mean, we're about to hit a little stretch here where we're not going to get days of prep before conference games. We're just going to have to be able to look at some film, look at a scouting report, and say, here it is. We got to get ready to go, and we got to get ready to play. So, really just got to take this one game at a time, and hopefully, I'm pretty sure they do, got the same mindset as us. Right now, just looking at Chucky Doak on Friday, because that's another conference game, and you definitely can't afford to drop 2 in a row.
And it's one of those games where it's kind of a trap game for you, because I think most people looking at each team's records this year, they would expect you to win that game. But historically, as it's known, Chucky Doak has a lengthy winning streak over West Greene. That's a trap game where they could feel a little bit of pressure too, but also know that they don't have their backs up against the wall and they don't have as much pressure with how their seasons went so far. So it's a little bit of a trap game, but before we touch it too much, though, I need to get a break in as always. So we'll flash some sponsors on the screen first. We'll be right back in just a minute to preview that Chucky Doak game along with the next 3 games on West Greene's schedule here real quick on Grassroots Media.
For more than 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has served customers in East Tennessee with licensed and professional plumbing services. From installing your new faucet to replacing your existing piping system, our team at Tommy's Plumbing is trained to handle the job with professionalism, attention to detail, and integrity. By offering warranties on most products installed by our technicians, Tommy's Plumbing stands behind our work, ensuring that your plumbing needs are not only met, but that your problem is solved for the long term. When you need reliable and professional plumbing service, Tommy's is the only call to make. So give us a call today and let us show you the Tommy's difference.
Bayleton Drug Company services the surrounding communities of Bayleton with excellent patient care using a full-line pharmacy, over-the-counter selections, and a convenient drive-thru. When you visit us, you are treated as a neighbor, not a number. It's not just our slogan, but our culture. We're investing in our patients, local schools, and community. For over 5 years now, we have established ourselves as an independently family-run pharmacy that isn't driven by corporate goals. We are driven by what is best for your overall health and wellness. We're conveniently located so you don't have to make the drive. Prescription drugs are just the tip of the iceberg. We also offer natural remedies, essential oils, at-home medical needs such as walkers, rollators, bath accessories, as well as wound care products. And coming soon, basic urgent care services. What makes us better than other drugstores out there? When you frequent Bayleton Drug, you will receive professional, courteous, and friendly service that goes above and beyond any other pharmacy in the area. Remember, you're a neighbor, not a number.
Pizza, pancakes, or donuts. The Davy Crockett Travel Center in Bayleton has the cure for all your cravings. While you're there, shop our general store for souvenirs, gifts, and cellular accessories. In a hurry, grab a cold drink and a hot dog to go. Check us out on Facebook and come to Bayleton.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone's Record Service Alan Tolliver Show, presented by Critters Corner, where we cover everything on the hardwood with the West Greene Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Alan Tolliver.
It's time.
It's time. I got Astro vibe this week. I had not realized it until I counted after buying this at your local Critters Corner. Shout out to Critters Corner.
Check
once
them out.
again. They have so many vibe flavors.
Yeah.
I counted. I think this is our 6th one that we've tried, and I know they have 7. I mean, we've had peach vibe, we've had Arctic, tropical, Astro, Galaxy. There's one more that we've tried too. The one that we haven't tried that we need is Cosmic.
Cosmic. Peyton, sorry, bud.
We need Cosmic. That one scares me though. It's like roasted marshmallow.
Is that Cosmic? I thought
it's
Cosmic
Cosmic.
was the fruit punch one, like the red one.
No, we've tried that one. I couldn't remember which one it was. I had the list on my phone.
I thought we tried the marshmallow one.
No, I don't think we've tried it because
You sure?
you might remember it better than I have, but to my knowledge, I don't think we have. But we've
Maybe
had
I
peach
drank the
vibe,
marshmallow one.
tropical vibe, Arctic vibe, Oasis vibe.
That's the.
Forgot about that one.
Is that the marshmallow?
Galaxy vibe, and now we've got our Astro vibe. So I'm pumped to try this one because if there's one flavor that I like just as much as peach, it's blue raspberry, and this is exactly what this is. Sparkling blue raz edition. It's another sparkling one, of course, as I just said. How do you say it? Live fit, not live fit. We
Live
kept
fit,
saying
yeah,
live fit,
live.
Live fit. So whatever. I like the can.
Back to the show.
It's kind of, I guess that's gold and blue. I don't know. I'm excited. This one's.
Mine's already half cracked, so
I'm
I'm gonna go ahead and go the rest of the
pretty
way.
excited to try this one. Looks yellow.
Color is.
Smells
Dude, it smells
with
like
the strongest hint of blue raspberry. Do you smell it?
Yeah.
You can't help but smell it, even if you were stopped up.
You ready?
It's more tame than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that tastes like? Speaking of critters,
What's that like?
it tastes like the blue raspberry slushies.
The slushy dogs?
Yep.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's exactly what this tastes like. I used to love those things when I was younger, so for nostalgic purposes, I really like this one. Let's pull up the rankings again.
That's pretty good.
You
Put my
had
head right in front of it.
Blue Raz Lemonade at a 9.5, a Wild Berry at an
Great.
8, Green Apple Cherry, Grape Rush, and Raspberry Peach all at 7.5s. You know what? I'm not going to read them off. You can see it right here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is this better than last week's? Brings back
what
more
was last
memories.
week? Wild Berry?
Yeah,
Wild Berry was good last week.
it was.
It was good
But
last
this is
week.
also good. It's totally different.
I gave Wild Berry an 8.5. I forgot about that.
I gave it an 8.
I don't know if it's quite an 8.5 for me. But at the same time, I want to think it is. I like it better than Grape, and Grape was an 8.
This is very similar to last week's.
Was Blue Raz Lemonade not sparkling?
Not sparkling. That's
That's
why
what
it's
I
so
thought.
hot for me. But this sparkling's a little more overwhelming than the berry one, the wild berry one. Dude, it's
I
similar
might
though.
give it an 8.5, but I think I still like Wild Berry maybe a tad better. I really don't know. I want to say I do like this one better.
Pretty good.
I'm going to go 8.5 and put it right below Wild Berry. What are you rocking with?
See, that's the thing. I kind of like wild berry better. Really thought about jacking up these rankings.
You can
Sound like
readjust
a-
your
well, sound like a
scores.
7-9.
A 7.9?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to give Wild Berry like an 8.5 and then give this an 8 or something.
No, but I will say,
So a 7.9
yep,
right
That-
below Wild Berry?
right below it. I can't give it the same rating as an 8 and still be right below it.
I think I'm going to go 8.5. I do really enjoy this one.
But I will say the cherry apple one though.
Green Apple Cherry?
Yeah, it was so bad.
I'm going
I
to drop
ga-
that one on your ranking.
I gave it a 7.5, but like it's probably worse than a 7.5.
I gave it a 6.5, and
Yeah,
a 6.5 for me was generous.
Yeah, like the more I thought about that one, because I mean I finished it. I took it home, but
I
took
didn't finish it.
No,
I didn't.
It took me a while. To
I didn't
that
finish
one.
Wild Berry last week, even though I really liked Wild Berry. I think I just laid it upstairs and forgot about it, and then by
Yeah.
that time it wasn't good no more. Very rarely do I not finish any, but I don't think I finished Green Apple Cherry. I
No.
don't think I finished Cola
did.
last year.
No, Cola, we threw
and
those
we
out
threw
when
it
we walked out.
And I don't think I finished Watermelon.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I did it.
Watermelon wasn't the worst in the world. It wasn't great.
It was second last for us.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst.
One that I thought we dogged, but we had it ranked pretty decently was Orange.
Yeah, it's just original though.
I mean, you had it at 8 and I had it at 9, but I mean, I thought we were.
That's not on a scale from 1 to 10, right?
No. If we had to rank those again, Orange would probably be like a. I don't know. I gave Green Apple Cherry a 6.5.
I know, that's what I was really
probably
thinking about.
Probably a 7. I don't know. Cola.
2.
2. Yeah, it had to be a 2. Watermelon.
4.
5. It was mid. Kiwi guava. We didn't like that one either. We had similar rankings when we go towards the bottom.
I mean, if you
Kiwi
didn't have
guava, I'll be honest, I don't remember how it tasted. I don't remember how a lot of them tasted, but I remember the segments that we had, and I remember talking about it. So
Yeah.
I sort of remember how much I liked it then. Lemon lime.
Sprite.
You really liked that one. You had it at a 5.
Yeah, it was Sprite.
I had it at an 8. Galaxy Vibe, we both had 7. Oasis Vibe, we both had 6. Arctic, I had 5. You had it 2. Our top 5 is where we agreed on a top 5, but we did not agree on the placement. I had it at a 5. You had it at a 2. You had Raspberry Acai 1. I had it 4.
The raspberry.
I had Tropical Vibe 3. You had it 4. Similar. I had Peach Mango 2. You had it 3. I had Peachy Vibe 1. You had it at 9. That is where we had the hugest discrepancy.
Dude, that peachy vibe was just too much.
This year it's Blue Raz Lemonade. I had it at an 8. You had it at a 9.5. Is Blue Raz Lemonade your number one that we've had, or is it still Raspberry Acai?
No, it's raspberry.
Is Raspberry a 10?
Dude,
Or is it a strong 9?
No, I mean, it's a 10. Out of all the flavors we had, it's a 10.
It's a 10, wow.
Dude, it's a T.
I will give Peachy Vibe a 10. I will say that's a 10 for me.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Peach Mango? That's a good
That's
9.
a T, too.
That's a good 9.
Dude, if it's not sparkling, it's got a pretty high ranking for me.
Yeah, the only sparkling ones you really ranked highly are
Arctic
Vibe. Yeah. Tropical Vibe was 4.
Berry wasn't bad.
Blue Raz Lemonade was non-sparkling. You would put it high up there. Yeah, I'm going to go...
There's just not many non-sparkling ones.
I'm going to go 8.5. I don't know. I'm struggling between 8.5 or 8. I'm going to go 8.5.
Split in the middle.
7.9.
Split in the middle.
8.25. We'll go 8.25.
There you go.
Just,
Be difficult.
Just jack everything up this week.
It's our
All
show.
right.
We'll do what we want.
That's true. Nobody can tell us what we can't do.
Well, maybe.
This is Alan Tolliver show. You do whatever you want. It's got your name on it. I'm just here mediating it.
That's true.
That's what I tell everybody. Hey, it's your show. You do what you want to do. But there is one thing we got to do on each show.
There's one more.
We got to talk about basketball.
Yeah.
That is the basis of the show. And we've got 4 games to talk about. Big stretch of games ahead for you. You've got Chucky Doak, North Greene, Unaka, and Hampton. Very important games. A lot of hard games. You've got Chucky Doak and Hampton, which are both conference games. You've got North Greene, a team that you beat earlier this year and snapped a long losing streak against. And you've got them in the Den, which is one of the toughest places you'll play at all year. And then you're hosting Unaka on Monday, which is another very close game.
Yeah.
Very underrated team that a lot of people probably disrespect and disregard. So you've got 4 tough games this week. The fortunate part is you don't have to go out of the county for any of them.
No, we get to stay pretty close.
You get to stay home for 3 of them and then drive a short distance down the interstate to exit 36 in Bayleton on Saturday. So take me through this 4-game stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I know we talked about Chucky Doak a little bit before the break, but dude, it's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah.
Sam's got them playing really, really good ball right now. They took Cherokee to the wire the other night and beat Cloudland. I think pretty soundly they beat Cloudland. And so, I mean, right out of break, the more experience they've gotten, you can just see the better and better and better and better they've gotten. They got some really talented guard play. Definitely going to be something you got to watch for. We're going to have to really, I mean, we got to rotate well. They shoot the ball well. I mean, I think there's been several games where 23 has hit multiple threes, more than 3 to 4 a game. So just got to be aware of who we're guarding. Got to jump to our gaps, jump to help, make sure we're closing out high hands, and really trying to get it off the line. And overall, I mean, I know you said it was going to be a trap game. I think it's just going to be a game we got to show up and play.
Mm-hmm.
Can't overlook it. They're going to be – it's a county game, rival game. Atmosphere is going to be packed. It's going to be a Friday night.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely going to be a packed house. So just expecting a good game overall. Got tomorrow to prep for it again. We had today, and now we got tomorrow as well. Kind of prep for it, look at some things, how we're going to guard some things, what we're going to do offensively. So hopefully those 2 days of prep really help. And then Saturday, I mean, we previewed that one last week.
It's crazy how we talked about you having 3 straight county games, and even though that game gets postponed and rescheduled, you still get 3 straight
Still
county
got
games.
3 straight county games.
And now they're all in the same week with Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, South Greene, Chucky Doak, North Greene.
Like we said last week with that one, the environment's going to be hostile. It's going to be a packed gym, going to be loud. Like you said, it's a tough place to play, maybe one of the toughest places to play. Then you got Unaka coming in on Monday. Best thing about that is we ain't got school.
That is
true.
So
boys would kind of get a little break there. Play them. I mean, you got to cover that game last time. The only thing we got
very
going,
exciting game.
only thing we got going for us this time is the hostile environment gets to be at our place instead of up there. So hopefully, I mean, I know we're not in school, but hopefully we get a pretty good turnout for that one now. Just showed from the first time a competitive game. Get up and down the floor. And then you go to Tuesday and you got Hampton.
Big game.
Huge game.
Of course, you can't overlook the first 3 games ahead of that.
Can't overlook the first 3. Like I said, right now focus is Chucky Doak, but for the purposes of the show, I will go on and cover all 4 of them before next week.
And, I mean, Hampton's a game that you look at, and that's one of those that you circle on your calendar knowing how important it is because we talked about how they own sole possession of first place now. Mm-hmm. And to be able to earn the sole number 1 spot and name yourself region or district champions at the end of the year, you would have to beat them twice, and this is your first opportunity to do it, and it's at home.
Yeah, I mean that's a big thing. Is we luckily first game gets to be at home.
Yeah,
everybody knows how hard it is to go to Hampton and play.
Environment that's extremely hard to play in.
Yeah, but realistically though, I mean last year Hampton came here and they shot the lights out of it. So. I mean, you know what Hampton's going to do. They're going to come in. They're going to pick you up 94 feet. They're going to pick you up from start to finish, and they're going to run. Realistically, I guess it's 84 feet in here. So, but they're going to do it for the entire game. They're going to pressure you, try to turn you over. So, I mean, definitely going to have to look at just taking care of the basketball, doing the right things. Really things that we've done all year, just in spurts. We kind of get out of our habits and routines that we've tried to break ourselves out of. But overall, though, like I said multiple times, right now it's Chucky Doak. Let's worry about Chucky Doak on Friday night. After we play Friday, we'll reassess, see where we're at, and get ready for Saturday.
It's a big week. Next time we sit down, we'll have a lot more to talk about instead of just one game.
First part of the
like
show next
week.
time will be crazy.
Yeah, well, we'll see because we don't know if it's going to be 4 wins, 2 wins, 1 win, 3 win.
0 wins, 4 losses.
We don't know how long we'll talk about them. You could talk about losses longer. I don't know, but it'll be a lot of basketball to talk about next week because you got a lot of games from now until next week, but you only got 1 day off until – well, I guess you got 2. You've got Thursday. This will air on Thursday. So from the time that everybody sees this until the next show, you'll literally have 1 day off, and that's Sunday. But that's all we've got this week. We talk about the college football playoff every week now. I mean, do we even need to talk about it anymore?
Nope.
I mean, it's Ohio State and Notre Dame.
I'll be honest with you.
If both teams could lose, that would be perfect.
Go Notre Dame, I think.
I guess. I don't care.
And you won't hear me say
I like
that a
Marcus
lot.
Freeman.
Yeah.
I really respect Marcus Freeman, so I would like to see him. And I like Riley Leonard, so it would be cool.
Have you ever seen his basketball highlight tape?
A dog.
Holy
a dog.
smokes.
He was cold out there. But I guess Notre Dame, not just because Ohio State beat Texas, but going back years and years back, I've never liked Ohio State.
No.
Very rarely have I ever pulled for Ohio State to win a football game. One of it was, a month ago when they played Tennessee. But besides that, I have never pulled for Ohio State to win any football games.
Oh, you definitely just went down on Mom's list.
Sorry.
Oh, man. I bet she comments, go Buffs and go Vols.
Hey, she is your biggest supporter. She is the biggest fan of this show. You cannot take that away from her.
Oh, no, and if you want to, she'll fight you. She'll throw down.
I'll submit. Yeah, I just don't like Ohio State, man.
I'll say who a close second would be, though. We've talked about it quite a bit.
Fan?
Lately. Yeah.
Close second fan of this show.
Mm-hmm.
You said him?
Yep. He watches it as soon as it airs every time. No, it's not my dad.
Is he a student?
Yeah, he's a player.
A player? I was going to say somebody else. Who were you going to say?
Who was you going to say?
I was going to say Big Tuna.
No, I was going to say Peyton.
Peyton, it's got to be Peyton.
Yeah.
And Peyton, he's got to be a close second
Yeah.
because Tuna watches all the football shows, but I don't know if he watches all the basketball shows.
Oh, no, I might have to ask him next time I see him.
I ain't seen him in a while. I'll ask him next time, but Tuna's a big football guy, so I know he watches all those. He's got to be the biggest supporter during football season. He watches all of them.
Yeah.
You've got the biggest fan of each shows, but we can confidently say Jennifer is the #1 fan of the Alan Tyler
Oh,
show.
no doubt.
No doubt. She is head and shoulders above everybody.
That's not even close.
No. No disrespect to Peyton. Peyton's like here. And it's okay to be #2 sometimes, but she's got #1 locked up.
Yeah, I wonder if Coach Bo watches these.
I don't know.
Think Coach Gary watches them?
I don't know. Well, that's what I like is you mention stuff at the end. You find out who the true fans are.
Mm-hmm.
See who the ones that are that watch it all the way to the end. But we say that. We've been sitting here for 2.5 hours now, and they only get to see 25 minutes of this.
2.5 is politely.
Yeah, it's been.
They'll get to see 28 minutes of it.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Probably less than 28, but hey, that's okay.
It's all right.
Astro Vibe this week, strong 8.25 and a 7.9.
7-9. It was good, though.
Pretty middle of the road for both of our rankings.
Yeah.
Probably if we had to rank it all time.
I would drink it again, though.
Oh, I would drink it again, too. How many Celsius are we up to now that we've had?
We're
now?
up to at least 15 or 16.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We're at 18.
18.
I think there's 27 that they've made, so there's 9 that we haven't tried. We might have to start doubling up. I know there's one that we got to try next week.
I don't think you're mathing.
How's my math not mathing?
What's 12 plus 5?
We got
plus this
yeah,
one.
we got the. Yeah, that's why I pointed.
My math ain't
Yeah.
mathing. Who
I
teaches
point-
second grade here?
Here, nobody here. Well,
Guilty.
Yeah. I think there's one. Oh, we've got to spoil it next week.
What does that flashing light mean for us?
It means my battery is almost dead, so we got to end this.
This
soon,
is the
but
second battery.
That's all right. They don't need to know all that. It's okay.
Try. First battery. We've been going for about 20 minutes.
We've got to spoil it for next week. We've got to do Cosmic Vibe next
Has
week.
to.
We got to quit putting it off. If we talk about Peyton 2 weeks in a row now and how he's the #2 fan, and he's got it ready, stocked and loaded for us,
Yeah, that's true.
we've got to do Cosmic Vibe next week. And it's, I think, the last Vibe that's in stores that we hadn't had. And I'll be honest with you, I hate to admit this too. And I can't even say it. I can't even say it on camera, but we've got very few left now. So we've got 9. So I mean, we've still got a lot left to try. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. Coach, that's all we've got this week. It feels like a long time, but for them, it's not really that
It's really
long.
not. They're sitting there and they're like
We've ran through 2 batteries.
Yeah.
These 2 batteries have like 3 hours worth. Well, I did 2 interviews before this too, but still.
we have officially cracked 2.5 hours.
It's 7 o'clock right now. That's crazy. Anyway, I'll shake your hand again.
Yeah.
Because I got to do
Good
the
time.
outro normal. Yeah. Coach, thank you once again. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Malone's Record Service Alan Tolliver Show, presented by Critters Corner. Look forward to seeing you next time here on Grassroots Media.
Go Buffs.